Stadium, home of the Ole Miss Rebels. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on another SEC rival, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Rebels will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll return it. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Gamecocks offense will take the field first. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week, and watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick, the ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will, a really nice day, and I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance, so I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game, maybe see some new schemes in the pass game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Thomas looking to fire. Snagged out of the air. And after that short completion, what will they do now? Just a few inches to go.
Yeah, and you wanted to get the ball out quick, and you wanted your receiver to make the play for you and get the first down. You don't now. Decision time, 4th and short.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. So Ole Miss offense will go to work for the first time. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Jesse, those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won. And last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. But when you're going backwards...
Into the secondary on the right. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Wants to throw on first down. Quick screen to the speedster out wide.
And a nice job finding my wide receiver. And then how about the wide receiver turning it into a running back, getting upfield, getting some positive yards, and getting the first down.
The Rebels can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. Buys a little time with his feet. Inside the 25. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. And the Rebels are marching down the field. They'll give it to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Looking for a man. It's Maddox. Makes the grab on the left. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
We've seen really nice balance here on this drive. Quarterback's 3 for 3. He's picking this defense apart. They've also run the ball well, too, and here they are down close to the goal line. This defense has no idea what's coming next.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some...
Touchdown, Rebels! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
I'm going run that spreads you sideline to sideline with all my speed, make you cover the whole field. Nice job by the offense, going with a little spread look, taking advantage of the speed they had on the field, and getting the big touchdown.
And here's the return. The coverage team maintained his discipline, not much doing on that return. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Here's a heat! And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. The Gamecocks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play.
And the big defensive tackle getting off the rock. Nice job seeing play action, understand his pass, beats the guard, gets to the quarterback, and gets the QB on the ground.
The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Bringing it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his second interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Turning it on. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Looking downfield, it's Maddox. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And I know it wasn't successful there, but you can go back to last week. Like, they're going to throw this man the football. They find creative ways to get in the ball. Really good coaches get their playmakers the ball in space, and that's what I like about this offense. I bet they come back to him and find a way to throw him the football.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And that is no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. With the catch, it's Terrell. Gets it across the 25. He'll step out at the 26 as this offense tries to grind out some yardage. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it. There's so many ways to use them, but exactly. Get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
Third down play from the gun. Catch in the middle. It's Terrell. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. And the Gamecocks send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And he is knocked down immediately after the catch. That punt coverage team had its hair on fire. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Going right and going deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. To throw, it's Maddox. This one's complete. Quick step and go. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up his first period with a huge gain. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. He'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
The Rebels look to keep this drive humming. They'll run it. It's Lacey. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Got his man. Touchdown, Ole Miss. A great catch and run for 6.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
South Carolina, 0.
He'll bring it out. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to...
There he goes! Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. The Gamecocks racing to the line in the hurry-up.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big game, but you look up, and they're in 2nd and short, 2nd and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play. Thomas back to pass. Got a man. It's Smith. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there. A big 3rd down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. They stop him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming. And the Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. Fair catch is made at the 15-yard line, and that's where they'll start this drive. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Pulls it, fired complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
Oh, he's got some space. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. And the Rebels will have it 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. They've put themselves in a hole to start. It's 1st and 20. To the air, it's Maddox. Oh, they're after him. A strike downfield. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. Wide receiver comes in motion. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
The Rebels back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Open space at the 25. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Wide receiver going in motion. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
And the timing just a hair off.
Bend don't break by the defense, right? They've allowed a lot of big plays, but here in the red zone, great job in coverage on that 3rd down, and now the offense is in an interesting situation.
Steps away to find some room. Makes the grab past the marker. Touchdown, Rebels! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They scored again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the 2nd half? Let's
see what he can do with the return. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Thomas looking to fire. Using the quick game. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Gamecocks can really attack on this 2nd and short. Trying play action. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Gamecocks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Looking down the middle. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now, setting up 4th down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously, the defense, the big reason for that, but if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
They'll start this drive going to the air. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Looking for more room. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Finds his tight end. He'll be knocked out of bounds at the 29. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A memorable first half of football so far today at Oxford. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right. And with that, let's head back to the Grove at our Fellas at Vaught Hemingway Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Gamecocks will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complete.
Breaks into the open. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for room. It's Lacey. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. And the Rebels are rolling down the field. Back to the ground game on the left. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Back to throw, it's Maddox. Under fire. Caught, close to the marker, it's Ray. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. The Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Gets it to him on the screen. On the move at the 30. And he is marked out of bounds after another big game. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. And the Rebels had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to throw again. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Ole Miss! And they take it in for 6 more points. This game must be moving so slow. Oh, and they blocked it. Picks it up. That's a live ball. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Looking downfield on first down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Motion from the wideout. Handoff from the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a... He hurls one deep down the left side. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his second interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those 2 interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Dropping back, it's Maddox. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. That's reeled in. It's Alexander. He stopped short of the 40, right at the 39, and it's 4th down.
Offense facing 4th down.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. He's got it. 1st down and more. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Makes the catch. It's Alexander. A solid pickup, and he goes out of bounds at the 30. The Rebels want to move quickly.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but if you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Gonna run it. It's Lacy. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Touchdown, Rebels! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. If these guys wanted to make a statement has been delivered.
It's your job to stop them. Oh, don't run the score up. Well, do something about it. The defense has to step up and make plays. Obviously, they're not willing to do that, so just keep running plays and keep scoring.
And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive.
South Carolina, 0.
Out of the end zone. And the returner will be brought down. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Finds his man. It's Smith. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play. And the Gamecocks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Thomas back to pass. Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. Slips one guy, now he's loose. All by himself down the middle. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Going right to work up top. With the catch, it's Alexander. Turning it on! They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
There are a lot of offenses out there that will probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter, but when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep
going for the big play. Got it! Touchdown! Oh, miss! He got it loose, and it was lights out after that.
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. he's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
He's got the two-point conversion, and they build on that lead. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. And he's coming out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. This quarterback part of their running game. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll run play action. Got it in the middle, it's Smith. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Here's the handoff. Spins away from the defense. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Looking for room. It's Stewart. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. The Gamecocks are on the move.
That's a first down for the offense.
The lone back's got it. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what...
There he goes. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. And the Gamecocks kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. He'll pull it on the read. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. He finds a dead spot in the middle. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Gamecocks are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to sneak it. They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. Give to the running back. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to Pater. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Caught near the sticks. It's Kennedy. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. And the Gamecocks started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther. They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. Looking to pass. It's Gardner. Here's the pressure. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. Makes the grab. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. That leaves him with a tough 4th down situation. You'd love to just chip into the lead, but at this point, a touchdown's what you're after.
And I think it just clears up the decision-making later in the game. But I think you stay aggressive here. You try to get the touchdown. You're not going to have very many opportunities like this left in this ball game in the 4th quarter.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down and you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward if they're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
And how about it? It's not just the arm. We've seen that today where he's picked them apart, put up some yardage, put on some touchdowns. Also showing you he can do it with his puppies. Taking off, running, getting the...
Going over the top. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10. And the Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to throw again. The short hands. It's Alexander. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Alexander. Still on his feet at the 35. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. To the air, it's Maddox. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Alexander. He didn't make it. They'll have to give up the football, and hope is still alive.
Offense is stopped. Will be a turnover on downs.
To the air on 1st down. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. He lets it fly. Makes the grab. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6. Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to scramble. Now he'll turn one loose back to the middle. Intercepted for the 11th time.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably would quit. You'd probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. The Gamecocks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air on 2nd down. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now this offense will try to overcome that 2nd down incompletion. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Caught in the backfield, it's Stein. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. And the Gamecocks will try to convert on 4th down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field. Great place to start for this offense. Looking for a man. It's Maddox. Caught over the middle. It's Alexander. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
When you got a QB with this kind of arm talent, receivers with this kind of speed, they are going to be difficult to stop. They have been up and down the field. They've almost got 450 passing yards now.
That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. They get the timeout called with 7 seconds left on the clock. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Trying to find the end zone. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion as they extend the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he's going to bring it out. No more room to run. They make the tackle right there, and the clock is at 0, and that's how this one will end. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution.